You may be home in Coronado, but you're not alone. I'm Miss Jacqueline with your Coronado Public Library, and I'm here today to talk to you guys about Tinker Time and our next project, which is air-propelled rockets. So, to make these awesome rockets, all you're going to need is a piece of paper, a straw. If you have a reusable straw, that is awesome. If you have just a regular straw, that's fine too. You're going to need some glue, like a glue stick is best for this, scissors, a piece of tape, and if you have a wooden dowel or a chopstick, or if you're using a reusable straw, that works perfectly too. Anything round and kind of hard is what you need because we're going to use this as a base of building our rockets. So let's get started. So our first step is we're going to take one of our pieces of paper and we're going to cut a 1-inch strip going this way. So about 1 inch in, and we're going to cut that up right here. Perfect. Okay, so now we're going to take our strip and we're going to use our dowel or our reusable straw, and we're going to start wrapping our piece of paper around it. Now it's not going to fully stay in place. This is to give the paper a chance to see exactly what it's going to be doing next. Makes it a little easier if it's kind of got the shape already there. So just wrap it around nice and tightly, and just like this. We're going to let it go. Obviously it's not going to stay in place, so this is where the glue comes in. We're going to unravel it a little, start it again at the top, take our glue stick, rub it on the top corner of this paper. So just the top corner to start, and then we're going to wrap this guy around. So wrap him around kind of tightly if you can. And now we're going to take our glue and we're going to put glue just on the top part here, just right there, because if it's on the bottom part, it'll just stick to the dowel, and that's not what we want. We only want it on the top part because then it'll just stick to the paper. So now we're just going to wrap it around nice and tight. You want to kind of keep it as close to the dowel or your chopstick or your reusable straw as possible. And once we get to the bottom, we're going to put a little more glue right here on this bottom corner and wrap it up. Okay. So now we're going to very carefully take this out of the dowel. Be careful, don't put too much pressure, otherwise you'll crush it, and it's probably not fully dry yet. So take it out, and we're going to set this to the side and let it dry some more. So while that's drying, we're going to make our fins, because we need to have fins for a rocket to make it fly better. So go ahead and take your next piece of paper, and you're going to cut about 2 by 2 inch squares. So we're just going to cut this open, then I'm going to cut another piece, and I'm going to cut about a 2, you can have it be 3 inches if you want it to be 3 inches. It doesn't have to be exactly, but you want them all about the same size. So you're going to take your 4 pieces of paper that we've got right here, and we're going to fold them in half. So we've got 1, we have 2, we've got 3, and 4. Okay, so now to make our fins, we're going to cut triangles out of this. So you've got your folded edge on this side over here, and your open end on this side. So we're going to take our scissors, we're going to cut a slight diagonal up, heading into your folded side. So now it looks like this, and now we're going to cut another diagonal all the way to the tippity top. And now we've got our first rocket. So we're going to use this as a guide, and we're going to make the rest of our rockets here. So we've got 1 fin, we've got 2 fins, and here is our last fin. All right, so now we're going to put our fins together, and then we're going to attach them to our rocket. The easiest way to do this is to put a little bit of glue on your first end and just over here on the tip, on this side over here. Take your first rocket piece and we're going to glue them together just on the edge right there, just the edge part. Okay, we're not gluing into the middle, we're only gluing the fin. So we're going to keep going here, a little bit there, and we've got a little bit here. All right, and we're going to do the last fin. Same thing. We've got him like this. Find my fin. Got it like this. And then we're going to glue those last two together. And again, make sure you're only gluing the edges of the fins together. We're not gluing the middle. All right. So we got this good to go. Press it down. Make sure it's sticking nicely. Now, grab that rocket. We're going to put a bunch of glue on one end. About 2 inches down, so just glue it up as much as you feel like throwing on there is completely fine, because we're now going to open up the bottom of the fin right here. So you've got the bottom here. We're going to stick this guy right down the middle and then press around with our fins to hold it in place and let it dry. All right. So there we go. And now we have it. We've got our air-propelled rocket ready to go. We have one last step before we finish, and that is we need to seal off the top, because if you try and blow your rocket right now, the air is just going to go straight through. It's not going to make the rocket go anywhere, because the air needs a place to stop so that it can then be used to project. So go ahead and just tape over the top, just like that, and we can get rid of some of this extra tape over here. Make it look a little prettier. And off we go. Now, one thing you might notice is maybe your rocket hasn't completely dried, or maybe it is not sticking the best way you want it to stick. One easy way to make sure, because if we have any seams that are open, the rocket's not going to go anywhere. So we can always use extra tape and simply follow that seam around and seal it up nicely so that the air in the rocket stays in place. So we're just going to go all the way around, because I just want to make sure this works. Oops, I got another piece of paper on here hiding in here. And off we go, like this. All right. So now, hopefully, your rocket is ready to fly. So you stick your straw right down here on the bottom. Don't stick it too far up. You just want it right in the bottom part of the straw. And off it goes. Have some fun, see how far your rocket can launch, and have a great day, Coronado.